Hi there, Healey, Director here at Century 21 Novocastrian in Newcastle, back with you for our Monday wrap, keeping Newcastle investors up to date on what's happening in the current rental market, tips, tricks and strategies to maximise your return on your investment. As always, Nicole, our investor consultant, joins us. Morning, Nick.
Morning.
How was your weekend?
It was good.
Bit wet and miserable, wasn't it?
Yeah, a bit of back and forth, but yeah, it was nice. How was yours?
Yeah, good. Had a nice little break, so it was good.
Awesome.
This week, what's happening? Let's talk numbers first.
Awesome. So in the last 7 days, we actually had 11 inspections for the week. We had 54 applications received on those and 3 properties leased. Now, Saturday, we have 5 opens out of those 11. It's looking like 3, potentially 4 out of those properties will actually be leased. Property managers are obviously processing the applications this morning. They're all in the office working on those now. So yeah.
It's the Monday morning job.
Yeah.
Get the properties leased. This week we thought we'd chat about periodical versus fixed term leases. So what's better? I guess there's probably no right or wrong in that conversation of what's better. It kind of comes down to the individual circumstances. Now, that may mean your circumstances as the landlord, but it also could be the tenant's circumstances. So initially it's always a fixed term period. So when we sign a lease, it's always for, say, we would always suggest a 12-month period. So that's your fixed term period, but it's then when that comes up for expiry, do you go and renew the lease for another fixed term? Or do you let it run through on a periodic lease? Now, a fixed term lease will give you security. You'll know that the tenant's locked in for that period of time, and it actually gives the tenant security, and they're really liking that in this current market. So being that it's a tougher rental market at the moment, rents keep increasing and properties, there's definitely an undersupply of properties, tenants are wanting that security and are renewing the leases. On the other hand, for a landlord, if you're unsure of how long you're going to hold the property, if you're going to sell the property, if you might need to move back into the property, that periodic lease, meaning no fixed term, would be something that would be suited to you. And I guess there's different notice periods for if you are under a periodic lease or a fixed lease to then have vacant possession. So it's just it's a question around your individual circumstances and what works for you. Fixed lease gives you security. Periodic lease gives you flexibility is probably the best way to put it.
Yeah, it's such a personal thing. It's something you just need to work on as an investor. What suits you?
So I guess that's just one of the decisions as an investor that you need to really be able to pre-plan and kind of really know that end goal to ensure that you're making smart decisions along the way. That's about all we've got for you for this Monday. How many properties? What have we got coming on this week? Got some new ones?
I do have a couple. We're just waiting for that final decision. So I'll know in the next couple of days. But
I think we've got 3 new ones coming up that are relets that are coming up that'll go on the market today. So there's going to be a bit of an influx of properties over the next couple of days. So keep your eyes peeled if you are out there looking for a rental property in Newcastle. We have got some new stock coming to the market.
And I think that another key thing with that is register for those properties. Like get in and for the open for inspections when they're listed, get in and register your interest. So if anything changes, you've been notified.
Yeah, and even the quality of the applications coming through at the moment, people just aren't putting the detail in to actually really be able to give us that full picture of their application. Like they're not putting current pay slips, or they're not putting all of their income, and then they're not meeting the affordability ratio. So it's really hard at the moment. We're getting lots of kind of half-hearted applications, really.
And I think it's a lot of follow-up for the property managers. So if you initially, when you're doing your application, get all the updated information, relevant documents in that, then the application.
And you've only got to do it once. So when you're using the To Apply application platform, you've only got to submit those details once, and then you can apply for numerous properties. So do things right the first time.
Yeah.
It's probably a good tip for tenants out there. That's all from us this week. I'm Healey, Director here at Century 21 Novocastrian in Newcastle.
I'm Nicole, Hoare, Investor Consultant within our team.
We'll talk with you soon.
Bye.
Bye.